here's what you should and shouldn't do if you're experiencing health anxiety. Let's start with a don't. So the first thing I would say don't do is seeking reassurance. So this is when you think you've got something and you're calling friends, you're messaging mates, you're asking people around you, do you think I have this? I've got this, what do you think it is? You're trying to almost search for a reassurance, and maybe someone will be like, oh, it's not that, but it'll only last a second, and it'll only feed into this almost obsession with your health anxiety. And there's maybe even a little element of OCD in there as well. Maybe that's something else to explore in another video, but don't seek reassurance. Do try your very hardest to do things that bring you joy. So do things that consume you in other ways. For example, going to the cinema. I really lose myself in the cinema. I rarely have something so much on my mind that I can't watch the film because I'm in the cinema. If I'm watching TV at home, not the same. Maybe it's going with an intense friend who like really wants to joke and laugh with you, or going for that run, or going to a place where going for a hike, something healthy. Maybe not going on a night out, but maybe that is what it is. Just something that's going to bring you joy, that you can lose yourself in, that that is going to take you away from this worry. Don't obsessively look for symptoms online. It's never a good idea, and trust me, it doesn't make things better. And the argument that I used to have with myself is that if I'm looking for things online, so if I'm checking in with my health, if I'm checking that all is good on with my health, then I'm doing myself a service, because I'm making sure I'm looking after myself. I'm making sure that whatever I've got, I'm catching it quick. I'm getting it. It's not going to help with your health anxiety. There's a level of it. But I think if you don't experience health anxiety, then great, the resources online are brilliant. But if you do, you're going to search for things that are going to connect the dots. It's not going to make things better. It's going to make you feel overwhelmed, and it's not going to help. And this leads me to the next do. Then speak to a doctor. I've seen a lot of messages on my health anxiety sucks video that's got like loads of views, and it made me realise how many people have health anxiety as well as me, which helped me a lot. But sometimes it's like, just speak to the doctor, because I'm not a medical professional. You're most likely not a medical professional, and the internet is not going to help, and neither seeking reassurance from friends. If you speak to a doctor and they can put you in the right direction, maybe even reassure you, even though it's seeking reassurance a little bit, but having reassurance from a doctor telling you this or that. And I find people with health anxiety find it really hard to trust doctors. I did, and I still do. I find it really hard to know if they've got my best intentions, because no one's going to look after your health as much as you. That was drilled into me from a young age. So I'm always like, yeah, but did you just Google that? And I should be going for this test. This is a serious thing. Just really try your best to go to the doctor and try and just trust what they say. Or even see a second doctor maybe. If you want a test, go for that test, because that'll sort of end it quicker, end the worry. Sometimes just knowing I'm going for a test would help. So do that over Google and friends. Book an appointment with your GP. Sometimes just booking the appointment made me feel better. So hopefully it'll help. Don't do anything at night. Never. Sleep, and I guarantee in the morning the anxiety will feel a little bit less. I guarantee it. I don't know what it is. For me, it was always at night, and a few other people have had the same things. It's it's like the evening time. I'll be able to forget about the worry that I've got the illness in the day, and then it gets to night time, and then suddenly I'm like, Googling, seeking reassurance, feeling anxious, not able to concentrate, can't sleep, sleep's disrupted, like a vicious circle. See if it can wait until the morning. And what's even better is, in the morning, you can actually do something about it, because you could go to a walking centre, or you could speak to a medical professional. You can't do that at night. All you could do is go to A&E if you think it's something urgent. So don't do anything at night, unless of course, all of this is of course, it's not a medical emergency. Then please call 999 or 911 or whatever your number is. And it's hard to know, isn't it? Because you might feel like a medical emergency as well. So it's that line. But I think we know, even though we're feeling anxious, we know the level of what is an emergency and what is an anxiety, that we could have something, even if we've convinced ourselves. A little bonus is check out my audio. So I've done a little audio that I'll link below that I've made just for fun, weird, but hopefully it will just help you feel a little bit less anxious about health. And it's just like an audio talk through, and I talk through 3 different exercises and just using some things that helped me. And the final do seek help with a mental health professional. Anxiety doesn't have to be here. So I would recommend, I saw someone for CBT, for my health anxiety. I think I've spoken about it on my channel before. But I know it's really hard, really expensive, but you can also get 6 free, not ad at all, therapy sessions on an app called Mindler. I don't know if it's just if you live in the UK, but it's called, the website is called Beder, B-E-D-E-R, and if you just type in on Google free therapy sessions, it should be one of the first ones. So that could be if you don't want to wait for a GP, that could be an accessible way to get some free therapy to help with it, and they could maybe guide you in the right direction. For me, it was a game changer, just labelling it as health anxiety and just being able to talk through it and understand my mind a little bit more. It's hard to see through the worry as health anxiety. If you convince yourself you've got heart disease, it's hard to see through that and see it as, I'm anxious. I've not got heart disease, but I'm anxious, because it's huge. It's a huge thing, so it's hard to see through, and I get it. Yeah, they're my do's and don'ts. I hope this video has helped you. Subscribe, and speak to you all soon.